Every 7 seconds, someone over 60 wakes up feeling older than they did the day before. Not because of age itself, but because of how their body started the morning. What if slowing the aging process didn't depend on expensive supplements or hours of exercise, but on a few quiet minutes right after you open your eyes? Here's a small challenge. Tomorrow morning, before coffee, before the phone, before the noise of the day, try one simple shift in your first 20 minutes. Today, we're exploring the morning habits that can literally slow aging from the inside out, gently, naturally, and without turning your life upside down. Imagine this. You wake to the faint glow of morning light instead of an alarm blaring. You sit by the window, the world still quiet, and let the first soft rays touch your face. That moment, that simple, still act, begins a powerful biological chain reaction. Morning light is nature's signal to your internal clock, the circadian rhythm. It tells your brain the day has begun. This rhythm manages everything from your sleep cycle to your hormone balance. But with age, that internal timing drifts, often leading to restless nights, groggy mornings, or even low mood. Exposure to natural light within the first hour of waking helps synchronize this rhythm again. It boosts healthy cortisol release, the hormone that energizes you, while easing melatonin back down so you stay alert during the day and sleep more soundly at night. It's one of the simplest longevity habits there is, a few minutes of light that tells every system in your body to work in harmony. Once that rhythm is set, the next gentle step is to give your body the fuel it's quietly been waiting for. Something even simpler than food. Think of your body as a living garden. After hours of stillness through the night, every cell is a little thirsty, waiting for that first sip of life. That's why your very first act after waking should be hydration. Pure, simple water. While you sleep, your body loses fluid through breathing and cellular repair. By morning, your blood is thicker, your joints slightly stiffer, and your mind a touch foggy. A full glass of water, preferably at room temperature or slightly warm, helps reverse all that in minutes. It wakes your digestion, lubricates your joints, and helps your kidneys flush out waste accumulated overnight. For those over 60, this habit has added importance. Hydration supports blood pressure stability, clearer thinking, and even smoother skin, because collagen needs water to maintain elasticity. Some longevity experts call morning hydration a silent rejuvenator. If you want to take it one step further, add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for gentle electrolytes. But the key is consistency, not complexity. Now that your body is refreshed and awake, it's time to align your mind, because how you think in those first few minutes shapes the entire day ahead. The first minute after waking might be the most important 60 seconds of your day. In that small window, your brain moves from deep, slow delta waves into lighter alpha waves, the same state used in meditation. It's your mind's reset point. Most people rush past it, reaching for phones, scanning headlines, or checking notifications before the brain has even stabilized. That surge of information triggers cortisol, your stress hormone, before you've had breakfast. Over time, that constant early stress accelerates cellular aging. Instead, try this. The moment you wake, stay still for a few breaths. Sit up slowly, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and think a single grounding sentence. Something like, I'm alive, I'm capable. Today I choose calm. It might feel small, but neuroscientists have found that setting a calm intention right after waking trains the prefrontal cortex, the brain's control center, to regulate stress throughout the day. It's mental strength training without any equipment. That 1 minute creates a ripple effect through your body. Steadier heart rate, smoother breathing, clearer focus. It's not about being positive, it's about being present. With your inner calm restored and your energy beginning to rise, your body is now ready for gentle motion, a simple way to awaken your strength and flexibility for the day ahead. Your body has been still for hours. Joints stiffen, circulation slows, muscles cool. The worst thing you can do after all that stillness is to stay still. You don't need a gym or even a mat. You just need motion. Think of gentle movement as your body's start button. 2 or 3 minutes of light stretching, slow arm circles, or simple ankle rolls can do wonders. These small actions tell your cardiovascular system it's time to wake up. sending oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and brain. For people over 60, this is crucial. Blood flow supports balance, joint lubrication, and brain alertness, all of which naturally decline with age if they aren't maintained. Studies show that even short bouts of morning mobility can reduce stiffness and improve overall energy levels for up to 12 hours. The goal isn't exercise, it's activation. Feel the stretch, move slowly, and breathe deeply. You're reminding your body that it's capable, strong, and alive. Once the body is moving and oxygen is flowing, the next step is to nourish the inside, because what you feed your cells in the morning sets the tone for how gracefully they age. After hydration and movement, your body is ready to receive. But the first thing you eat can either support your longevity or quietly work against it. When you wake, your cells are in a receptive state, like open doors waiting for the right visitors. A breakfast rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and clean protein can reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and protect your brain as the day unfolds. Think of foods like oatmeal topped with berries, a boiled egg with avocado, or a smoothie with greens and flaxseed. These are rich in polyphenols, omega-3s, and fiber, the trifecta for aging gracefully. They help reduce oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of cellular aging. If you prefer something lighter, even a cup of green tea and a handful of walnuts provides gentle energy and brain-boosting compounds. The point isn't the calories, it's the quality of what you start with. Nutritionists often say your first meal teaches your metabolism what to expect. Start with calm, clean fuel, and your body will mirror that stability throughout the day. With your body nourished, it's time to look at something most people overlook: how your posture and breathing first thing in the morning can influence how old or young you feel. Take a moment right now to notice how you're sitting or standing. Shoulders slightly rounded, chin tucked down. For many over 60, posture changes gradually, and with it, lung capacity, balance, and confidence. Good posture isn't just about appearance, it's about oxygen and alignment. When you stand tall, your diaphragm has room to expand, drawing more oxygen into your lungs. Oxygen is the quiet currency of youth. It fuels every repair process in your body, from skin renewal to brain clarity. Start your morning with one simple posture check. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, feel your ribs expand. Exhale gently through the mouth. Each breath delivers fresh oxygen to your cells, lowers stress hormones, and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural calm mode. Over time, this habit improves balance, circulation, and even digestion. You'll stand taller, breathe deeper, and move through your day with quiet confidence. Once posture and breath are aligned, the final piece of your morning foundation is mindset, the inner dialogue that shapes how your body interprets aging itself. Aging isn't just a physical process. It's also a story your body listens to every single day. The words you silently repeat to yourself can influence your energy, your motivation, even how your cells function. Neuroscientists now know that your thoughts trigger measurable chemical responses in the body. A single negative thought releases stress hormones that raise inflammation, while calm, constructive thoughts release endorphins and dopamine, molecules that help your body repair and regulate itself. That's why beginning each morning with a mindset of gentle optimism matters. It's not about forcing positivity, but choosing intention. For instance, when you say, "I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still alive to do something today," your brain lights up in regions linked to memory and movement. You're not just changing how you feel, you're shifting your biology. Try this. Each morning, look in the mirror and pick one phrase that reminds you of vitality. It could be, "I'm strong," "I'm steady," or "I'm grateful." Say it slowly. Let it sink in. You're setting the emotional tone for the day, and your body follows the story your mind believes. Once the mind is steady, it's easier to notice what you often overlook: the quiet power of gratitude and how it rewires the way your body handles stress. Gratitude sounds simple, almost too simple, yet it's one of the most potent anti-aging tools we have. When you wake and take a moment to feel thankful, your body interprets it as safety. That single emotion lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and strengthens immune response. You don't need a long list or a journal. You just need one clear, genuine moment. Maybe you're grateful for the morning light, for a loved one's voice, for the fact that you're still here, still breathing, still moving. According to research from Harvard Medical School, people who practice short daily gratitude exercises report better sleep and lower stress markers, even at advanced ages. Gratitude doesn't just calm your heart, it softens your body's reaction to tension and pain. You can pair this with your first sip of water or during your morning light moment. Whisper it silently or say it aloud. Gratitude tells your body you're safe, you can relax. And a relaxed body is one that heals, repairs, and ages more slowly. Once gratitude softens your outlook, the next key is consistency, because all these small habits mean little without the rhythm that makes them automatic. Here's something most people misunderstand about longevity. It's not about doing something perfectly once, it's about doing something gently every day. Your body loves rhythm. Just as sunlight sets your circadian clock, repetition teaches your biology what to expect. When your morning follows a calm pattern, light, hydration, breath, movement, your nervous system begins to relax into predictability. Over time, that steadiness lowers baseline stress and keeps your hormones balanced. Many people chase new routines every few weeks, hoping for fast results, but aging doesn't work that way. Real change comes from quiet, consistent habits. The Japanese call it kaizen, small, continuous improvement. You might not notice the shift overnight, but within weeks, your mornings start to feel smoother, your mind clears faster, your energy feels more stable. That's your body learning trust. Trust that you'll care for it day after day. Try setting a gentle cue, a glass by your bedside, a stretch mat near your chair, sunlight streaming through the same window. When your environment supports your habits, consistency becomes effortless. Once you've built that foundation, the next phase is adding a spark, something to keep your motivation alive, so the routine never fades into autopilot. Motivation after 60 doesn't come from hype, it comes from meaning. The truth is, our energy naturally shifts with age. The body slows, but the mind deepens. So instead of chasing excitement, focus on creating small sparks that keep you engaged. Each morning, ask yourself one question. What's one thing I can look forward to today? It doesn't need to be big. A phone call, a walk, a hobby, a moment of quiet. The brain releases dopamine, the drive chemical, not from huge rewards, but from anticipating something you value. When you consciously create that spark, you tell your nervous system, there's purpose here. Dopamine improves focus, mood, and even motor coordination. It's a chemical form of momentum. Try writing that small look forward to note on a piece of paper each morning. Over time, this builds emotional momentum, the same way movement builds physical strength. You'll notice you wake up with more direction, less hesitation. Once your inner spark is lit, the next natural source of youthful energy comes from something we often forget to nurture: human connection. If there were a pill that could strengthen your heart, sharpen your memory, and extend your life, it would be called connection. Studies from Harvard's 80-year longevity project show that the single biggest predictor of long-term health isn't diet or income, it's the quality of our relationships. For those over 60, mornings can easily become solitary. Yet even a brief social interaction, a call, a smile, a message, sends a burst of oxytocin through your system. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone, but it's also a natural anti-inflammatory. It soothes the heart and reduces the wear and tear stress places on your body. Try weaving connection into your morning rhythm. Send a kind note, step outside and greet a neighbor. Even feeding a pet or tending plants counts. Your brain recognizes the act of care. The point isn't social performance, it's emotional nourishment. When you connect, you remind your nervous system that you belong. That sense of belonging is a deep biological safety signal, one that tells your cells you can rest, repair, and thrive. Once connection feeds your heart, the next element that truly slows aging is purpose. The feeling that your days still matter and that each morning is another chance to live them fully. Purpose doesn't retire when you do. In fact, it becomes more powerful. After 60, your energy no longer needs to prove itself. It needs to express itself. Having a sense of purpose isn't about grand missions. It's about small meaning woven into daily life. Researchers from the University of Michigan found that older adults with a clear sense of purpose had a 43% lower risk of death from all causes over 7 years. Why? Because purpose organizes the mind and body around something to live for. It improves sleep, immune function, and mental clarity. Purpose might mean mentoring, volunteering, learning something new, or simply caring for someone you love. It can even be tending a garden, writing, or sharing wisdom. The form doesn't matter, the feeling does. Try reflecting each morning on this thought. Who or what will I contribute to today? Even small acts, kindness, curiosity, creativity, reinforce that you're still a part of life's movement, not just watching it pass. Purpose is the deep current that keeps us vital. When you live with it, your days have shape, your mornings have meaning, and your body feels that alignment. Once purpose anchors your spirit, the next step is to care for the vessel that carries it, your body's recovery and rest rhythm. Most people think recovery happens only during sleep, but your body also learns to recharge through rhythm. How you start your morning tells your nervous system whether to stay in stress mode or shift into recovery mode. When you wake gently, hydrate, breathe, and move, you're sending what scientists call safety cues. These are subtle signals that calm your sympathetic nervous system, the one that controls fight or flight, and activate your parasympathetic system, the repair and rest mode. For adults over 60, this is vital. Chronic stress ages the body faster than time alone. It shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA that determine how long cells live. But when you start your day with calm predictability, your telomeres actually stabilize. You don't need supplements or machines, just habits that teach your body it's safe to heal. That safety sets the stage for energy, digestion, and clearer thinking. Think of it like charging a battery at sunrise. You're not just waking up, you're resetting your recovery clock so that every system works more efficiently all day. Once your body's rhythm is tuned for recovery, the next layer is quiet focus, learning to carry calm forward into the rest of the morning. You don't need meditation cushions or incense to practice mindfulness. You can do it while brushing your teeth, walking to the kitchen, or pouring your coffee. It's simply the act of being fully present with what's happening right now. When you move or breathe mindfully, your heart rate steadies, blood pressure lowers, and brainwaves smooth into an alpha rhythm, the same one linked with creativity and memory. Scientists call it active rest. Try this simple exercise tomorrow. As you move through your morning, focus on one sensation, maybe the warmth of the mug in your hands, the sound of running water, or the feel of air against your skin. When your attention drifts, gently bring it back. This form of mindful awareness acts like an internal tune-up. It reduces background anxiety, improves balance, and even enhances digestion. More importantly, it teaches your brain to respond, not react, to stress. Mindfulness isn't about doing nothing. It's about noticing everything. It's how you remind yourself that aging doesn't mean rushing. It means refining. Once calm awareness becomes part of your morning rhythm, the next tool helps you keep it, even when life's small stresses start to build again. Stress is unavoidable, but how your body recovers from it is what determines how quickly you age. After 60, your cortisol rhythm changes. It rises more slowly and lingers longer, which means the body takes more time to calm down after small frustrations. That's why you might feel wired but tired more often. To buffer that, build small stress reset moments into your morning. After breakfast, step outside for fresh air, stretch your arms wide, or take 3 deep breaths with your eyes closed. It only takes 90 seconds for your parasympathetic system to begin lowering cortisol once it gets a calm signal. You can even pair this with your gratitude moment. Breathe in slowly through the nose for a count of 4. Hold briefly, then exhale for 6. That longer exhale literally signals your heart to slow down. Over time, this builds resilience memory, your body's ability to recover faster each time stress hits. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice calm, the more automatic it becomes. People often look for youth in creams or diets, But real youthfulness is resilience, the body's quiet confidence that it can handle what comes next. And speaking of what comes next, there's one final layer to your morning that quietly influences everything. How you engage with the world once you step outside your door. The light you see in the morning does more than wake your eyes. It wakes your hormones. Just 10 minutes of natural sunlight triggers a wave of serotonin, often called the feel-good chemical. Serotonin isn't just about mood. It regulates digestion, energy, and even bone density. For adults over 60, levels tend to decline, which can leave you feeling sluggish or blue. Morning light is a natural way to restore that balance. And it works better when you actually go outside, because sunlight interacts with receptors in both your eyes and skin. You don't need blazing heat or perfect weather. Even a cloudy morning gives your body enough light to set its rhythm. Step out onto a balcony, open a window, or take a short walk. Let your gaze travel to the horizon. It relaxes the small muscles of your eyes and signals your brain, I'm awake, I'm safe. People who make this tiny ritual a habit often find their sleep improves and their mood steadies, not because of magic, but because their hormones finally sync with the day. Once light has lifted your chemistry, the next natural booster comes from something even older than sunlight, your connection to nature itself. There's a reason a morning walk in the park feels so different from pacing inside. Nature changes your biology. When you step into green space, your body begins to lower blood pressure within minutes. The air is richer in negative ions, which may enhance oxygen absorption and mood. The Japanese call this Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. Even if you live in a city, just seeing trees, hearing birds, or feeling wind on your face lowers the stress chemical cortisol. Scientists have measured it. People who spend 20 minutes a day in natural settings have lower inflammation markers and report greater focus. You don't have to hike miles. Tend a garden, sit near plants, or watch sunlight move through leaves. It's the sensory contact, sight, sound, smell, that resets your nervous system. After 60, your immune system responds powerfully to this cue. Natural microbes and outdoor air help strengthen immune tolerance, reducing overreactivity linked to aging inflammation. Nature reminds your body that it's part of a larger rhythm, one that's unhurried, renewing, and endlessly patient. Once you've absorbed that calm, there's one final element that completes your emotional armor for the day: the art of emotional resilience. Even the calmest mornings can't control what happens next. A difficult phone call, a delay, an unexpected worry. But emotional resilience decides whether those moments drain you or pass through you. Resilience isn't pretending everything is fine. It's learning to return to calm faster. Psychologists describe it as flexibility of response. Each time you recover from stress without spiraling, your brain strengthens the pathways that regulate emotion, the same ones that often weaken with age. A simple morning habit can build this. Before leaving your home, take 10 seconds to pause and remind yourself, whenever comes, I can handle it. It sounds small, but it primes your nervous system to interpret challenges as manageable instead of threatening. Some people add a gentle physical anchor, touching their heart or taking one slow breath. Over time, this creates a conditioned response, calm under pressure. Research shows resilient individuals not only experience less anxiety, they also show slower cellular aging because their stress responses resolve quickly. So before you step into the day, armor yourself, not with tension, but with trust in your ability to bend and not break. With light, nature, and resilience on your side, the final stretch of your morning is about reflection. How to close those first sacred minutes so the rest of your day carries their calm. Every routine needs a moment of closure, a quiet pause before you step into the noise of the world. Morning reflection is that pause. It allows everything you've just done, light, water, movement, breath, to settle into memory. Reflection can be as simple as sitting with your tea or coffee and asking, how do I feel right now? The goal isn't judgment, it's awareness. When you notice how your body and mind respond to care, you strengthen what psychologists call introception, your ability to sense internal signals like heartbeat, tension, or calm. That awareness becomes your compass for the rest of the day. You'll sense earlier when you're tired, tense, or overstimulated and adjust before stress takes hold. Over time, This practice teaches self-trust, that quiet confidence that your body and mind can communicate clearly again. You've closed the loop gently. Awareness feeding care, care feeding awareness. Once reflection grounds you, the next natural step is learning to carry that calm into the hours ahead, pacing your energy so it lasts rather than burns out. One of the secrets to feeling younger isn't having more energy. It's learning to use what you have wisely. After 60, the body's recovery window lengthens. That means overexertion, even mild, can drain you faster. But a well-paced day can keep your energy stable until evening. Start by visualizing your day in waves. Each wave has a crest, focus, activity, and a trough, recovery. When you plan small rests between waves, you prevent cortisol from climbing too high. It's like resetting the body's rhythm several times a day. Schedule short pauses. Stand, stretch, breathe, drink water, look outside. It takes less than 2 minutes. Those moments give your heart and mind micro-recovery, keeping energy steady. Think of your morning as setting tempo for the entire symphony. If it begins rushed, everything feels hurried. If it begins grounded, everything follows suit. Pacing is the mature form of productivity, knowing when to push and when to breathe. Once you've mastered pacing, your mornings aren't just a habit, they're a lifestyle philosophy. It's time to pull the story together and leave your viewer with a simple truth about aging well. You've learned that slowing aging isn't a secret, it's a sequence. Light, water, breath, movement, gratitude, connection, purpose. Each act sounds small, but together they form a language your body understands. Morning isn't just the start of a day, it's the daily renewal of life. Every dawn offers the same invitation. Begin again, gently. You don't need perfection, only presence. You've seen that calm creates energy, that movement invites strength, and that small consistency does what grand effort often can't. So tomorrow, when you wake, remember this. You're not fighting time. You're partnering with it. The goal isn't to stay young, it's to stay alive, alert, curious, connected. Each sunrise gives you another chance to practice that art. If this message resonated with you, if you believe aging can be graceful, powerful, and intentional, take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Each week, we explore habits that keep your body strong, your mind clear, and your spirit steady. Share this video with someone who could use a calmer start to their day. The more we spread these simple practices, the more lives we help shift toward vitality. Remember, youth isn't lost with age, it's renewed with attention.